to today's New York City Council vote for the Committee on Finance. At this time, we ask that you silence all electronic devices, and at no time is anyone to approach the dais. Chair, we're ready to begin.
Good morning and welcome to today's Finance Committee meeting. I am Majority Leader Amanda Farias, and I'll be chairing the Committee on Finance today in Chair Brannon's absence. We are joined by Council Members Rivera, Deputy Speaker Ayala, Councilmember Hanks, Lewis, Williams, Osei, Brewer, Sanchez, Carr, and Hudson. Today, the committee will be voting on 8 items: 3 property tax exemption resolutions, 4 pre-considered resolutions to amend and restate the property tax rates for fiscal 2025, and a transparency resolution. The first property tax exemption resolution is a new partial 40-year Article 11 for preservation of one rental building in Councilmember Joseph's district. As part of the exemption, the building will enter into an HPD regulatory agreement capping income limits at 50% AMI, reserving 30% of units for homeless tenants, and requiring completion of identified capital repairs. HPD's aging in place upgrades will also be implemented as part of the agreement. The second exemption resolution is a new partial 40-year Article 11 for preservation of 7 rental buildings in Councilmember Salam's district. As part of the exemption, the buildings will complete identified capital repairs and implement HPD's aging in place upgrades. The final exemption resolution is a new full 40-year Article 11 for preservation of 1 rental building in Councilmember Rivera's district. As part of the resolution, the building will undergo substantial rehabilitation. After the rehab is complete, the building will convert into a co-op home ownership building. Next, the pre-considered resolutions would amend and restate the property tax rates for fiscal 2025. Every year, the council is required to set the real property tax rates for each tax class as part of the budget adoption process. The formula to calculate the tax rates is set by the state's law and leaves the council very little discretion in settling the rates. However, the council called for the state to pass a law amending the formula to avoid what would otherwise be large increases to Class 1 and Class 2 residential properties this year. The governor recently signed that bill, meaning that the council now needs to pass this package of 4 resolutions to amend the rates. Due to timing of the tax rate process, state law allows the Department of Finance to calculate the initial fiscal 2025 tax bills, which are mailed out in early June with last year's rates. Once council adopts these resolutions, the Department of Finance will subsequently update the tax bills due to reflect the new rates on the mid-year tax bills. The amended fiscal 2025 tax rates will be in effect by this point, superseding the rates set at budget adoption, meaning that the property owners will only see a change from the old fiscal 2024 rates to the amended fiscal 2025 rates. To be clear, taxpayers will never see the fiscal 2025 rates that council was required to set at budget adoption in June. Finally, the transparency resolution sets forth the new designation and changes in the designation of certain organizations receiving funding pursuant to certain initiatives in the budget. As with all transparency resolutions, council members will have to sign a disclosure form indicating whether or not a conflict exists with any of the groups on the attached lists. If any council member has a potential conflict of interest with any of the organizations listed, they have the opportunity to disclose the conflict at the time of their vote. As a reminder, please disclose any conflicts you may have with the proposed subcontractors used by organizations sponsored by discretionary funding. These disclosures must be made before the subcontractor can be approved. Disclosure forms must be completed and submitted prior to the vote on the transparency resolution and may be emailed to Francesca Della Vecchia, who is also present today in chambers to answer your questions. Are there any comments or questions from my colleagues on today's items? We've also been joined by Councilmember Stevens and Majority Whip Brooks Powers. I will now ask Billy Martin, Committee Clerk, to call the roll.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Finance. All items are coupled. Chair Farias.
Oh, I vote aye.
Brannon. Ayala.
Aye.
Moya.
Vote aye.
Thank you. Powers. Lewis.
I vote aye.
Brooks Powers.
I vote aye.
Brewer.
I vote aye. I think as time goes on that the tax code needs to be reviewed. I know there's a lawsuit that's pending. This is the best we could do, but I would say that it is not something that should remain without more attention. Thank you very much, and I vote aye.
Hanks.
Pass.
Hudson.
Aye.
Osei.
Aye.
Sanchez. Oh,
Aye on all.
thank you. Stevens.
Aye.
Williams.
I vote aye.
1. Salam. Carr.
Permission to explain my vote?
Permission granted.
Thank you, Majority Leader and Chair. I just want to associate myself with the comments of Councilmember Brewer about the need for greater reform of this process because it leaves us often only with bad choices. And so that's why today I'll be casting a no vote on the tax class share resolutions numbered 623, 624, 625, and 626 because we need to hasten the reforms that we discussed in the property tax commissions held over the course of 2018 to 2021 and get Albany to reform this process. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aye on the rest.
Wait. Councilmember
you.
Hanks.
Thank you. I vote aye on all with the exception of Reso 623, 624, 625, and 626. And I also want to associate my comments with Councilmember Carr and Councilmember Brewer. Thank you. And like I said, aye on all the rest.
Thank you. With a vote of 13 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, items have been adopted with the following tax resolutions are adopted by the committee with 11 in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and no abstentions.
Thank you so much, colleagues. With that, this hearing and vote is now closed.